Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura, and I had a suggestion from a viewer to show you how to do beaded cross stitch. Well, I'm going to start with the three different kinds that I have here. Now this first one is the plastic beaded cross stitch from Matrishka Lovely that I have, and the tiger that I'm doing is also the plastic beaded cross stitch, and it's done on 9 count Aida. And then I have one that I got from beadscreative.com. I think, no, it's Beads Creative at Amazon, and it's done on the silky fabric, done with Preciosa glass beads. And also I have my beaded cottage, which I'm working on. Hang on, let me back you out. Whoop, of course I have to go the wrong way. I'm just going to tip you up a little bit. And it's not a very big picture. None of them are. I mean, that I've had. So this is going from my experience, my opinion. And I know I am not an expert in any of this by any means. And this is done with glass beads, but it did not say that they were Preciosa from Czechoslovakia in glass. I don't remember exactly what it said, but these are also glass beads. So I wanted you to see the different kinds of beaded cross stitch that I've come across. And this one, you can tell, let me get you in really tight and close, that the beads are not consistent on this one at all. They're all kind of different. But when you go to the glass beaded that I've done with the Preciosa beads from Czechoslovakia, and this one probably cost around between $25 and $30, maybe even a little bit more because of the Preciosa glass. But you can see how much more, that's as far in as it's going to go, consistent the beads are in size. And then these, the plastic beads, are very consistent. I have not run into any that were, I mean, you might run into a few that are misshapen or something like that, so I just don't use them. But on a whole, all the beads have been totally, what do you call it? Consistent in size and color. You know, there's no scraping off of the colors or anything like that. And this one I'm working, I'll tell you how I work each one. So I work this one in particular with DMC white thread, 2 strands, and I'm using the needle that came with it, which is like an embroidery needle, so it's not real pokey, like pointy on the end. And it works really good. It's done on 9 count. And let's see, what else? Okay, then when I work on this one, I'm using the real, it comes with thread in the kit, and it's like a beading thread, so it's really fine. I do use 2 strands of it as well, and it's really strong, so I don't know what it's made out of. Nylon, I have no idea. But I don't use the fishing line type thread in any of them, and this has turned out really nice. And the way I get it to lay down, let me see if I can find it. I usually run the thread through Thread Magic, which is kind of a wax type substance. It's, I mean, that's solid. It's not, you know, like Vaseline. It looks like Vaseline, but it's like a wax type stuff. And you can see I've already got the thread in there, ready to go for my next, you know, time I need thread. And you just close that down on it and pull it through. Sorry, let me back you out. Back you out. You close the lid. The lid just comes off real easy, sort of. And then you close it down, put the thread in there, and then you just pull the thread through however much you want, and then cut it off at the other, at this end, because I did that before and then I had to start all over. But I just leave it in there, and that way it's ready to go. And I'll show you what it came. Sometimes it comes on a bobbin like this, and sometimes it'll come in a round thing. But since this was a smaller project, it came with like 3 or 4 of these bobbins. So that's the thread I use for that. Then on the beaded cross stitch that has the other glass beads, I use the DMC. It didn't, I don't believe it did come with thread. If it did, I didn't use it. It might have come with a little bobbin or something. I can't remember. It's been a while. But I used the 2 strands on this, and I think it gets it down tighter, and they all lay down a lot better. The only thing I didn't like about this was the inconsistency of the beads. They're just, the size, they're horrible. I mean, as far as looking consistent, and I'm sure this is not meant to be looked at close up. It's supposed to be looked up at from a distance, but still, I just didn't like the way it was going together. So I have bought, I like this one, and I've got 3 of those in this with this silky type material. I did buy one from, I think it's All About Embroidery, I think, and it was really expensive, and the picture was maybe this big, you know, long. It was horrible. And it was just like little blotches of colors. And what I liked about this one is, you know, it actually is going to, you can see, it beads up real nice, and it looks just like the picture. It's not, oh, that little blob is supposed to be a little flower. No. And, you know, like 1 line for a strand here and a strand there. So this was closer to scale, shall we say, you know, just like this would be, you know, that you can see the actual flowers when you're done. And it's not, it's kind of like doing a partial diamond painting. And they just have blobs of colors, you know, in there, and sometimes they don't turn out like flowers, especially in the really cheap ones. So, and that other one cost me 41 bucks. Yeah, it was horrible. So I threw it away, and I'm working on the peacock. I haven't done this for a while, but this thread is working out really nice with these beads, so I really like it. But I always use a double strand, and I have worked on this, and my tiger, my big beaded tiger, is the plastic beaded cross stitch made with the plastic beads, and they're plastic, and they're really lightweight, so that when you go to hang this, I mean, it won't weigh a ton. And this is a fairly good size. I don't remember. It is about 87 by, say, 360 approximately squares. And it does use a 9 count cloth. And what I do, let me show you what I do with my beads. When I get my kit, hang on, let me get this out from underneath it. Hang on, guys. Don't want to make anybody sick, but we're just moving that. I figured I'd never get it back out. You should have seen me trying to find this. Okay, I bought these. The first one I got from Diamond Art Club. And I thought, God, that'd work really well for the beads. So I get one of these, and they had them at Amazon. I don't think they were too expensive. Somewhere between let's say $15 and $25. I know it wasn't that much. And it has 30 little vials, and they screw on lids, and that way when you go to use your color, say I need number 11, I just pour out enough in my thing, and I work from this instead of trying to work from that. And that way when you're done, it has a screw-on lid, and things won't get, if it gets tipped over, whoop, just like that, it doesn't come undone. Now, I have in the past, because I didn't have these yet, I now own 4 of them, or 5. I don't know, I've lost count. In the beginning, I didn't have enough to go. I had these until I, you know, purchased the others. So I put the part of the beads in here, and then I always put my excess, I'm just using this as an example, into a plastic bag. This is diamond painting stuff. A plastic bag. I say what it is. I say how big it is in case I get something else that's similar. I know what it is. And sometimes I write the start date. You know, it's kind of interesting to look back. And I put all the, because the beads will themselves come in a plastic bag usually. They don't usually come like diamonds in a diamond painting. I don't have anything to show you, but you know, with the kind you have to clip, you know, and that are all hooked together. Here. They don't, the beads do not come like this. They come in baggies, and they usually have the number, you know, on your little key, you know, matches, so you don't have to mess with these except in diamond painting. But they come in the bag, so I dump as many as I could into those or into my round ones, and then they just snap shut, and they fit in a book. Oh hell, I was like, where did it go? Like this, and then they snap down, and that way if you turn it upside down, they're not going to fall. Now if you hit it right on the corner just right, trust me, the damn thing will open. And these beads roll. So, unlike diamonds, for a diamond painting, they roll. And they'll roll right off your chest, because I've been there. So, okay, have we covered everything? Let me see. But, and I do mine different than everybody I've watched do a beaded cross stitch. I'll show you on, here, on the flowers, because they're the biggest and it's easiest. I usually just do one color at a time. So I would do all those light greens, and then I would do those, the browns and the tans. Let me bring you back up. So I'd start with the light green, and then I'd do all the others, you know. And I would just do it one color at a time. Now, you don't have to do it that way. That's just the way I do it. Because I've watched Crayola and Danish Crafters. They go in lines. And several of the others. But I cannot watch 3 different beads at a time and associate it to a symbol, and it just does not work for me. So that's why I do them one color at a time. So I might like start on this edge and do the dark green, and then I'll do the light green, and that way that when you're done, you don't have that one little yellow one in there, and then you can't figure out what you're looking for. So if it's next to one, I just kind of do that first, you know, so it doesn't get all caged in. Like, see now that color right there, I can see that it's, well, those are actually white, but I mean, if it was a pale yellow, I can actually tell right there it's pale yellow. But if they get too bunched in together, especially with these bigger beads, it's a little hard to see. So I have been, you know, just doing colors like in bands, so to speak. And that's the way I do it. And I buy my DMC floss from either a sewing store or somebody, or Walmart, you know. I mean, when I went to Walmart to look for some, you know how they usually have a thing, you know, and it has like 15 bends. Well, of course they didn't have it that day, but they had a big bag of, and I should have bought it because it was like between $5 and $10 of just white or just black. So wherever you get your DMC floss, it's perfectly fine. I just buy a white, you know, and it doesn't show in the end, so it has been working out just beautifully for me. Now, if it was something darker, like if I was doing something in black and it was like predominantly black, I would go to black, you know, so that it wouldn't show. If, you know, for any reason one of the threads got up or something, I would, but I don't make it a habit of changing any colors out on my thread. I just use the same kind of thread. So I hope this helped everybody. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good evening. God bless. Bye-bye.